Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by the channel. Today we are going to be reacting to none other than Slapped Ham. Scary videos that will terrify you and the person sitting next to you and the person sitting next to them. I will leave their channel link in the description below. As always, please share, like, and subscribe. Let's get to this. Oh. What? What the?
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking
What's
at
up,
some
mate?
freaky videos that'll sort you right out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Will do. Slapped Ham.
Our first clip comes from the TikTok account f.paranormally. It shows some home security footage of a kitchen where something strange happens. Some viewers have asked the question, is this a real ghost attack caught on camera? Take a look.
What?
As you can see, it appears something inexplicable
I
happens to this poor, unsuspecting homeowner.
He just itched his ass and then
move, seemingly
scratched the
all on
balls
its
in
own.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Then the homeowner appears to be grabbed by some unseen force.
Yeah, you can't, like, physics defy the fact
While
that you
on face
cannot.
value, this
can't
appears
go
to
that
be
way by
something
yourself.
straight out of a horror movie. A few viewers have pointed out a few telling details that
Like
may
what?
prove this is all a hoax. When the man first walks to the table, keep an eye on his right hand.
Oh, he's pulling a string.
You can see
Instead
he
of
grabs
scratching his
something
balls
that
like I
looks
thought.
like string. He makes a few tugging actions, then the chair miraculously moves.
Yeah, but what pulls him up the stairs?
It's then a matter of falling over and lifting your leg in a way that looks as though you're being pulled up the stairs.
But he
So,
slides,
it would seem our
though.
first encounter for this episode is indeed a fake.
Yeah, that part right there looks a little sketch. But right here, watch. He actually... Does he push himself anywhere? Okay. His hand right here, he could have pushed off. Yeah, good catch.
While the previous clip may have been a fake, this next one proves to be a little more mysterious. In April of
Oh, I think I've seen
2017,
this.
worshippers in the Church
Is
of
this the one where the
Santa Ana
Jesus
in the
looks
western
at you?
Mexican state of
Something like
Jalisco
that?
witnessed something so mysterious that many described it as a miracle. The bizarre event was captured on camera by a churchgoer during Easter celebrations. Watch what happens.
Oh. His head moved. You see that?
Slowing that down and zooming in, you can see the head of the statue of Jesus Christ shift its head.
Hey, mate, he's been hanging up there for a while. He's tired.
When news of the moving Jesus statue broke, it made headlines all around the world, with many hailing it as the beginning of the second coming of Christ. One of the witnesses, Estela Gomez, told local journalists he believes Jesus is sending some kind of message. However, the priest of the church, Juan Antonio Guare Lule, remained a little more level-headed and said it may have just been a coincidence. He said that the statue normally rests inside a glass coffin and that it was moved for the Easter celebrations. It's possible then the statue simply moved slightly after being shifted from its usual spot. For many locals though, this event remains a remarkable phenomenon.
Is his head on a spring? What do you mean shifted? If it's a statue, it stays in that form. It doesn't just kind of do some nonsense like that. Is this bobblehead Jesus? Come on now.
A message from Christ himself, a moment that will stay with them forever.
Oof.
In November of 2021, TikTok user Verdad Expuesta began noticing some strange behavior happening in his neighbor's house. From his
like
balcony,
what?
he could see into his neighbor's apartment where
What the hell
something
was
truly
that?
bizarre seemed to be happening. He took out his phone to capture the sighting. Take a look.
Is that Quicksilver from fucking X-Men? Look at that.
Shadowy figures appear to be moving at an unnatural pace throughout the home.
Oh my
They
god.
zip back and forth.
Bro, what the actual...
Several days later, the OP noticed more strange behaviour. This time, it appears as though the occupants of the house are walking around backwards.
What? How could you tell that was backwards?
It would seem
yeah,
this
I mean,
eerie activity
yeah.
isn't just at night time either. Here's the house during the day.
Has anybody, like, this person with the film, have they
Again, we
bothered
can
going
see
over
the
there and
shadow
being like,
figures
hey,
zipping about the home.
fuck is going on in your house there, Chief?
Back and forth, over
Wow.
and over. Some viewers suggested it might simply be an active child that likes running around the house. However, others aren't so sure, given that the figure moves at such an unnatural speed and almost constantly day and night. This has left many with the conclusion that we're seeing some kind of paranormal entity, perhaps some kind of residual energy from someone who passed away that used to live in the apartment. Of course, there's not a lot of solid proof of this, and all we have to go on is this eerie behaviour caught on camera.
What?
I'd love to get your take on this sighting.
Yeah, that is
Share your
definitely
theories in
weird.
the comment section down below.
What do you guys think?
When a guard at the Kadena Air Force Base in Okinawa, Japan, thought they saw something unusual on the CCTV monitor, they had to rewind the video and watch it again to be sure. After a second look, they were puzzled as to what they were seeing. The footage, which was uploaded to YouTube by Jose Cruz, focuses on an intersection just outside the base. It's unclear what time it was when the video was recorded, but the sky is inky black. Just behind a road sign in the bottom left corner of the screen, a dark shadow begins to slowly amass. At first, it looks like any ordinary shadow. However, as it grows darker, it becomes
close at the
clear
bottom
that
left corner of the
something
screen.
more sinister could be happening. Take a look.
Is this what we're looking at? Oh, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
see the shadow moving.
You see how it moves? It's
Yeah,
in
it's
this
right.
corner, and
It's
that-
right behind the sign. Yeah.
and it's gonna fly away in a little bit.
Roger, go ahead and take care of yourself, copy.
Right there, it's going.
Where's the bouquet?
Hold on.
You
What
wanna see
the-
it again? I'll rewind.
Hold on. Rewind it and pause it.
That's it.
Watching that again, the dark shadow raises itself from the ground and flies across the road.
You see?
Yeah, I see the shadow moving.
You see
Thing
how it
takes
moves?
off.
It's
Yeah,
in
it's
this
right.
corner, and
It's
that-
right behind the sign. Yeah.
and it's gonna fly away in a little bit.
Roger, go ahead and take care of yourself, copy.
Right there, it's going.
Where's the bouquet?
What the...
Hold on.
You wanna see it again? I'll rewind.
Hold on. Rewind it and pause it.
That's it.
It hovers for a moment before returning to the center of the street.
It's coming now. Really? You saw it?
Wait. Did I just see something up here as well?
Game over. Let's see.
The on-duty guards had no explanation for the strange event, but are convinced that a ghost was to blame. Eerily, this isn't the only military base in Okinawa that is rumored to be haunted. Camp Hansen is a United States Marine Corps base. Inside the compound at the infamous Gate 3, many soldiers have reported some strange activity. It's said that every so often a soldier dressed in World War II
What the-
fatigues approaches the gate.
Actually,
He's covered in
uh...
blood with a cigarette hanging from his
creepy.
mouth. He asks the on-duty guard for a light, then vanishes from sight. There are reports of this gate being closed altogether because of this haunting. It's alleged some Japanese guards refuse to be posted there. There are thousands of reports of paranormal activity all over Okinawa.
That's beautiful.
Many believe there's a link between the hauntings and the deadly conflict the island saw in World War II. The Battle of Okinawa, which began on April 1st, 1945, was the bloodiest battle of the Pacific War. Estimated casualties sit at over 240,000. Could this mass loss of lives
That's
be the
pretty sad.
reason for all the ghostly sightings on the island? Many paranormal experts believe that when sustained trauma takes place and lives are lost, a residual energy can remain in place, causing what we know as a haunting. This theory suggests that ghosts are a sort
Look at that shit. Wow. That's actually kind of like a cool background, even though it's depicting something like that. But war, obviously, everybody knows it's unnecessary. I've never got it. You know, it's just like fighting and shit. It makes no sense. It doesn't solve a damn thing, except you look more like an ass than you did in the first place.
of echo or energy loop, a memory that plays over and over, permanently etched into reality.
God, that is creepy.
So what do you think about this theory? Could the ghostly sightings all over Okinawa be evidence that the theory is true? Drop your thoughts and opinions on this. in
And
the
why
comment
is it that
section
every
down below.
CCTV camera is the crappiest quality you'll ever see?
Right there, it's going.
I don't understand. We can see water droplets on Mars in 4K, but something 3 feet away is completely blurred out.
This next photo has
Oh, what
unknown
the
origins, but is often passed around
fuck
on
are you?
paranormal forums.
Look at
It
that.
shows a mother taking a selfie while her child is outside with their
She kinda
hands
looks
on the
pissy,
glass
too. Look
door.
at her.
The freaky thing is, there appears to be a dark shadow looming over the
Aw,
child.
leave that little baby alone, you creepy weirdo.
It looks like the head and shoulders of a person. Stories linked to the photo say that the young child is often heard talking to someone when alone in their room. When asked who they're talking to, the child simply points to a corner of the room, but there's nothing ever there. So could this shadow be some kind of paranormal entity that's attached itself to the young child? Unfortunately, there's very little info regarding the photo. No one knows who the
That's,
mother is or where the picture was taken. So for now, all we can do is speculate
Stuff
as to
dealing
what
with
that
children is
ominous
just-
shadow
it's even
really
creepier.
is.
And more upsetting, actually.
Sticking with freaky selfies, this next one's a doozy. It's another photo that often gets passed around social media and old forums.
I'm looking
with
everywhere
very
right now
little
saying,
info
see what's going on
attached
here.
to it. It comes from the early 2000s, and the story goes that this girl was taking some selfies in her car. She was all alone and didn't notice anything unusual
While
at
she was
all.
driving?
That is until she sent one of the photos to a friend. The friend replied immediately in a panic, wanting to know who the person in the back was.
What?
The girl didn't know what the friend was talking about.
Okay. Is she driving? Because that's obviously dangerous in the first place. You're taking selfies instead of, like driving. And number two, what the fuck is going on here? Like, who the person is in the back? What the actual hell is this?
But when she double-checked the photo, her blood ran cold. As you can see, there's a figure in the rear window.
Actually, that's probably what that is the fact that since she's taking selfies while she's driving, she actually hit a pedestrian without knowing, and that's the person hanging on for dear life while she's flying down the highway like, hey, bitch, stop. See the tear in the face? Wow.
It looks to be floating with an ominous scowl on its face.
Yeah, because it's pissed off. She just smoked it.
Some versions of the story say the woman went missing shortly after sending the photo to her friend.
Damn.
Unfortunately, like the previous photo, there's
No
almost
other
no
information.
info to go by. So for now, this photo and its story will have to remain a creepypasta, an internet myth that floats about ominously, much like that ghoul in the rear window. This next eerie clip was uploaded by TikTok user Vikastupe143, and it shows something scary happening that has viewers hoping it's all a prank. Watch what happens.
Okay, So this isn't like a jab at anybody or this person, but why is this grown ass man holding a creepy, like, fake child baby doll thing? I don't understand. Why is it? And then you notice that's the second time so far while he was looking at his phone that he looks down and keeps watching it. So he's like waiting for the perfect opportunity to do something, or I don't know. I just want to know why he has that thing in the first place.
Watching
Nah,
that again,
watch.
the doll's head moves, seemingly all on its own.
He looks down. Nope. No, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I gotta call BS on that one. What he's doing essentially is he's got the baby right here in its arm, and then as he's got it so the head's kind of pushed right here a little bit. So when he turns the baby's head, he turns his arm down a little bit. You can see he slightly turns his body, and when he does that, the head is moved and it looks up because you can see right here the head's barely detached on the body. I'm sorry, barely attached on the body. Watch. See, he's got the head tucked right here. So now what's going to happen is because see, he looks down before it even does anything. So, see, he wants to see if he's in the right placement. So right here with the head, he moves it, and you'll see when he moves his arm, when he takes his arm and he moves his arm down and stuff like that, you'll see the head right here barely is connected right here. So it's free to twist and move like that. Watch.
Head moves, seemingly all on its own.
Watch him move right here. See? Do you see? The head didn't actually start looking up like this at him until he started moving his arm down. Because the head's just barely resting on here. So he moved it just slightly. Yeah, I can't.
It takes the person on camera a few seconds to realize that the doll is actually moving. But when they do, they freak out and throw the doll away.
3, 2, see? I
It's this
can't.
genuine reaction that has left many viewers puzzled as to whether this is real or not.
Nah.
Many
nope.
commenters said the doll was cursed or haunted and that this is no joke.
No.
Others thought perhaps the person on camera was being pranked by a friend and didn't know what was happening.
And also, there's certain ones of these where you just look at it and go, okay, so first off, again, why do they have the baby in their hand? And number two, why are they filming themselves with the baby in their hand staring at their phone? You know what I mean? That'd be like me just sitting there turning the camera on, just being like, oh, look at the spooky thing over there. You know what I mean? Nope.
Unfortunately, this is classic TikTok. The clip is short with almost no context. So you'll
Yeah,
have
'cause
to watch the clip again and decide for
Nope.
yourself as to what's actually going on here.
He
Before
just
we take a
threw
look
that
at some
mother effer,
chilling
though, didn't he?
footage captured at an old cathedral in England, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that bell icon there and turn
There
on all
you
channel
go.
notifications.
Tickle it.
That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Our last clip has been terrifying people since 2015. It was captured by YouTuber Resonance 2001 at the Lincoln
Let's
Cathedral
do this.
in
What are
Lincoln,
we doing here?
England. The OP was there sightseeing and filming the enormous church at nighttime when they spotted something unsettling. Take a look.
What do we look? Is that a fucking face? Right there? Right here. Is that a face? Hey! Fuck out of here. Yo. Gone. Nah. Creepy.
Watching that again, you can see what looks to be a young girl's face peeking around the corner.
I mean, I'm not picking up really a lot of features, just a little bit. I mean, you can kind of tell. Yeah, see like an eye, cheek right here. Sorry. It's hard when the camera's moving. Okay, sort of. I guess, you know, you can get the hairs coming down here a little bit, but either that's a shadow or that's a big ass cheek.
When When
But
the
either
camera
way,
holder
it
looks
just
around the
slowly
corner,
ducks.
There's no one there.
Look at it, it ducks out of frame. That's the creepy part.
All the while, the cathedral's bell tolls ominously in the background.
Man.
This enormous, early Gothic-style cathedral was built in
That's
the High Middle Ages,
beautiful.
with construction commencing in
Look at that.
1072. In 1349, the plague swept through the city of Lincoln, indiscriminately killing men, women, and children. The Black Death took such a toll on the city that bodies began to pile up.
The
There was
Black
very
Death.
little room or enough resources to manage the burgeoning health crisis. Officials realized that the bodies needed to be blessed and buried on consecrated grounds, so they decided to hold a mass burial near the top of the greenstone steps at the cathedral. Local legend says that on the anniversary of the mass burial, the ghosts of the plague victims roam around the grounds of the church.
And that's how you get
seeking
zombies.
salvation for their eternal suffering. Then there's Queen Anne's Well, a small stone structure at the rear of the cathedral. Urban legend states that if you walk around the well 7 times, then place your finger into one of the holes on the side of
7
the well,
days.
you'll be judged by Satan himself. If your soul is pure, then all you'll feel is the devil's breath on your finger. If you've sinned, then
I don't
your
want to see
finger
any
will be
devil
bitten off.
breath. Nothing.
And while these ghost stories are fun to tell your friends at nighttime, many locals
Wow,
believe
look at that
there's
picture.
a thread of
That's
truth
like a
that
backdrop
runs
right
through
there.
these old legends. To this day, witnesses claim they've seen mysterious figures on the grounds of the cathedral. Transparent shapes, shadowy entities, and disembodied laughing are a regular occurrence on the grounds at nighttime. So now that you've heard the legends, what do you make of this YouTuber's footage? Could this young girl be a plague victim roaming the grounds looking for help? Take another look at the footage and judge for yourself.
Whatever it is, it's creepy. You think of what you would do in that situation, you know what I mean? Because, like, personally, you would say, shit, I'm just going to run right over and see what that is. But then you get in that situation, you're like, all right, so once my legs decide they want to move and I stop shitting my pants, I might check that out. Because that's creepy.
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then check out these two links
we
here.
will
They'll
never
keep
have
you
enough,
entertained
Callan.
for hours and
Thank you.
hours. Now, if you have your own scary photos or videos you want to submit, head to our slapped ham subreddit.
Oh.
There's a link in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Pew!
Guy's channel's fantastic. Well, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by and watching. As always, I appreciate it. All the love and support. And as usual, I will see you on the next one. Take care. Good night.